If you're standing at the edge of a long held connection with your guy, with your girl, with someone else, and you're doing the heavy, quiet work of deciding if you should cut the cord or let the flame burn down slowly while you are trying to keep your own head above the rising whoosh tide of midlife, you know that cold turkey may or may not be the best approach to ending things, but you have noticed silence for far too long where conversations once thrived. You've noticed blankness, so let's talk about that. Cold turkey or the slow burn when ending a relationship. So, for those of you here for the first time, I'm Minty Rae. This is a space for the unfiltered, the messy, and the magic of midlife. I'm here holding space for our growth, for the wisdom that we've acquired, and the self possession that comes through transitions to midlife, transition to a new way of being alone, transition to new environments, health transitions, or transitions of becoming more of the person that you appreciate. If any of this feels right to you, I'm glad you're here. This is a space that I call the inner room. It's a soulful space where I hold back the walls of the outside for my ladies in menopause so that you have your playground, a place where you can explore real, beautiful, and sometimes exhausting transitions of midlife. We name things here, and I invite you to name your thing too, to begin to pause their noise, to name your thing too, to hear yourself. So, if you're looking for a place to just be and grow, if your life is no longer serving you, then welcome. You're in the right place. Speaking of naming the thing, let's interrogate this. Staying in a room that hasn't changed in 5, 10, or 20 years, whether you've been there for a season or a lifetime, 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 years, the question just isn't, do I stay? The question is, what am I paying to keep our flame going in a house, in a space that no longer shelters me? Reflect and think whether it ever did. Reflect, did it at one time protect you or take care of you? I'm not talking about the nice things that you may have received, the gifts, the trips. I'm talking about, not to mention if you've never really experienced any of that in your relationship. I hope you have. But I'm talking about the absence of support. I'm talking about closeness that once was there but has been gone for far, far too long. And I'd even say what what looks like closeness on the outside, but you being in the relationship recognize it as superficial. When you no longer have, you know better than anyone, a real connection, the kind of connection that you've had before. You know you can't be fooled into someone telling you that the connection is there. You know what it feels like. You've had close friends that you felt connections with, and others that you've been close to. So you know what it feels like. A connection where you feel love, something that you really know, a connection that feels like support too. This is an environment that you trust? Are they someone that you trust? Is your partner someone that you ever trusted? Can you be yourself? Have you ever really been able to trust them deeply? Reflect. Did the relationship truly ever even for a short while, positively support you. But now, you no longer have the energy or the interest to engage deeply, to keep the thing going. Too often, your patience is thin because you're in a new body. Do you stay because why not? Or do you leave because there's too much at stake if you stay? In menopause, your tolerance for unmet needs shrinks. You start to calculate and wonder, how much can you actually carry before you collapse in sheer agony? Are you at your threshold? Have you been at your threshold? If you end it cold turkey, you immediately stop the agony of holding your breath. After all, no one amongst us can hold their breath for too long. If you choose a slow burn, however, you pay incrementally while you slowly pack your soul into boxes. So the question I'm presenting is, which tax are you more willing to pay? Imagine this relationship as a deep sea dive. For years, you've been at the bottom of the ocean wearing a heavy, rusted helmet. Cold turkey is cutting the oxygen line and swimming for the surface today, right now. The pros: the weight of the suit is gone. You're moving. You stop looking at the murky floor and you start looking at the light that's above. You aren't pretending that you can build a life at a depth where you can't breathe. The cons: the bends. The pressure change is violent. You've heard of divers when they swim back up to the surface too quickly without having their oxygen mask on, and they get the bends. I don't know what exactly the bends are, but I've heard of it more than once. And I understand it's very painful, violently painful. And I don't know. I don't know if it can cause death, but I do know that it can be violently painful. The silence of the surface can be deafening after years of a dull hum of a bad connection. You arrive at the top, gasping and alone. Now, consider the slow burn. This is the choice: to stay in the suit while you slowly, inch by inch, reel yourself back in. The pros: you decompress. You get to look at the artifacts of the relationship one last time. You untangle the shared history without the bubbles, the nitrogen bubbles, the bends hitting your brain. You arrive at the surface prepared for the air. The cons: you're still at the bottom. You're still in the dark. And you are using up the very last of your tank to do the polite work of leaving. Is the slow burn a safe ascent, or are you just running out of air 5 feet from the boat? Which risk feels more like freedom? You'll know that answer for yourselves. And if you don't, feel free to get to talking in the chat. I respond to every message that I'm getting. So let's talk. This is our space. Because these choices are so heavy, I want you to sit with something. This is not about him or this person that you're in relationship with. This isn't about the past that you had or you imagined, real or otherwise. It's about us facing where we are right now. It's about the current data of your peace. Take a moment here in this space to ask yourself, if I stay for the slow burn, am I staying to build a bridge? Or am I staying because I'm afraid of the silence that comes with the cut? If you look at the last year, how many days did you feel sheltered and protected and comforted? How many days did you feel exposed? Don't answer me. Jot on a paper. Go back to it and look at it. Some of you might find that the slow burn is a mercy you give to yourself to prepare. Others might find that every day you stay is a day you are leaking the very energy you need for the very next chapter of your life. You're the architect. Is the building worth a renovation? Or is it time to clear it all out? The inner room is here. This space that we're creating is here. To listen to the scratching of the pen as you calculate its worth, as you calculate your worth. There is no judgment in reflecting, and there is no judgment here. You're only calculating the price that your soul pays. I share this out loud because as you listen, you're the only one who knows the temperature of your own life. If it doesn't appear that things will change, then the only thing that can change is how you occupy the space. Staying around means refusing to be a ghost in your own home, whether you cut the cord or watch the flame die down. But do it with your eyes wide open. There is no wrong way to survive a transition. There is only your way. I'm here to listen as you create a path. We're here to listen as you create a path that finally serves you. So, thank you for joining me here today. Rest now or consider this awareness for your path forward. And let it set in, let it set inside of your body. The note taking, the reflection, let it settle inside of you. Take these realizations one at a time. You don't have to rush if you're not in danger. And I'll imagine that you're not, because you'll know what to do. You'll know to leave if you are in physical danger. And if not, I'll say that clearly to you, to please leave if you're in physical danger. But leaving can take some real reflection. I was going to say strength, and maybe that is the word that I want to use. That it can take some strength, but it can take time. And there's no judgment if you need time to collect yourself. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you the next time. All right, later.